the reason you guys left your homes, left your current commands. It's why you're out here. It's why we're all going out. These 7 individuals.
You know, the first day that we get onto the site, you're on top of a mountain and you get off of a helicopter, and then you have to pretty much climb down a mountain to get to your site. And then you're lugging down there wood, construction material, generators, pumps, fuel, water. I thought that that was crazy. I just thought that that was impossible. But you get a bunch of local Lao workers who are, you know, able to do, like I said, almost anything with next to nothing, and a bunch of motivated Marines, soldiers, sailors, and airmen, and we literally moved a mountain to complete this mission. So I didn't think it was possible, and it perplexes me that sometimes we were able to do it in the time frame that we did. But yeah, it's impressive. You listen to your body every day, right? So your back's sore from carrying a 30-pound medical ruck up and down a mountain every day. You know, your knees hurt from having to stoop down and get into a hole and dig all day. But inside of my heart, those are things that I know don't matter. The more important thing is that we're trying to fulfill a promise to somebody. We're trying to provide closure to a family. And then, good job, bub. There's a lot of that goes into anything that involves a bunch of people with egos who don't know each other and now are forced to work really hard together. But I don't think any of the stacks up to me that affects me when you think about what we're doing every day. And I think a lot of that stuff just kind of falls away when you're doing this stuff. Like challenges, we had a huge UXO challenge at our first site. You know, we had to pull out of one mission because of unnecessary risk. But everyone just rolled with that. From the det commander on down to the lowest ranking corporal, we all just did it, you know? And so I didn't even see that as a challenge, just because it was, like I said, all the just melts away doing this type of mission. When you talk about in isolation, just moving all those pieces, I think that in and of itself is impressive. I kind of tend to separate just the day-to-day sometimes and the logistics aspect of what we do, which is huge, with sort of the overarching theme is that we're trying to recover someone who didn't make it home. That in and of itself is something that at times I think it makes my heart hurt sometimes to think about that, you know, because it's so important to me. Both of these men never knew that we'd be out here looking for them. But I think now, putting myself in that same situation, if I was in that jet, knowing that there was nothing I could do, seeing my life spilling out of my body, but knowing that 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, now 50 years later, I'd have my brothers come and literally break their backs to try and find me. I think that would give me one last moment of comfort. I have a son, and I got another on the way. And if I knew that when they're grown men and they never knew who I was because I died, but if later an airman or a Marine or a soldier or sailor came to them and said, "You never knew your dad, but we found him. And we want you to have this to at least know him that way." I don't know, that to me, it gives me a tremendous sense of comfort and pride and just love.